Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Sunday, July the 16th, 2023. I believe we have a full moon no, it's not a full moon, it's a new moon in Cancer tomorrow on the 17th. So I'll be doing an extended reading today. I haven't done an extended reading in a while just because it takes a long time. I'll be doing a Celtic cross and trying to see what kind of energies we are bringing in, what kind of energies brought us here, what are passing. There's been a lot going on in the world lately. So I figured that we can get a little bit deeper into what's going on and what kind of things we can expect. We are way past the point of midway through the year. We do have a lot of things that we are going through. So the war is still going on in Ukraine. We also have the financial system coming to head. FedNow is coming to head as well, is approaching. I will be doing a video today, actually later on, about the crypto sphere and how there has been changes going on in the legal system with regards to that, and how it's going to affect the global financial system. So that should be coming out later tonight on my other channel. So if you're interested, let me know if you want to check that out. Okay, so yes, I'm not going to get too much into the astrology about it. This is a new moon, so it is a great time for manifesting things that you would like to bring in. So usually full moons are when we want to release things, and the new moon is when we want to put our intentions out into the universe, so that as the moon waxes, it gets bigger after the new moon, our intentions grow as the moon grows larger in the sky. Okay. So let us get the first card here. Universe, what kind of gods, goddesses, different forms of archetypes, consciousness, and energies will be surrounding the collective, okay, for the new moon in Cancer, please, and thank you, 2023. So let's see, 17, and she'll get 8 times. All right, first card is the current atmosphere of this situation. 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. The 9 of Swords here is anxieties and sleepless nights and situations that perhaps have been kept on going on round and round with no remedy in sight, no end in sight. So you see here, there's a gentleman and he is upset about something. He is lacking sleep. And if you see here in the carved out section, there are 2 people having a duel. And oops, there we go. There are 2 people having a duel there. One is attacking and one is being the victim. So in this situation, perhaps, what kind of person are you going to be in this world? Are you going to be a victim, or are you going to take charge of the situation? We all have dark nights of the soul. We all have sleepless nights and anxieties and things that we're worrying about, but you are in control of your thoughts and you are in control of your emotions. Don't let your external world control how you feel about yourself. Perhaps there has been anxieties because there is so much happening on in the world. Like I mentioned, we do have the war going on. There's talks on the news about nuclear threat. The West keeps poking Russia, and now they're talking about Ukraine. Well, I think Sweden actually just joined NATO, which was supposed to be neutral as well. So we also have, so this could be news, like the news. We have, people saying that in the news that it's been like the hottest day ever in the history of the world, when that's not the case at all. They have just been fear porning people into being in a perpetual state of fear. This is perhaps what the current state is right now, as this card is representing. In England too, they're reporting a new virus now that's like with a high kill rate of 40%. This could be just a warning. This is the current state of how the external world is trying to affect us, to keep us in a state of fear, so we're not paying attention as to what's going on in the world. Got a new microphone, so hopefully it's working properly. Okay. The crossing energies, please. So that card there is a 9. So I'm going to shuffle it. Could be anxieties about money, banks. A lot of banks have been going under. There will be more happening soon. Okay, crossing energy. Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a gentleman here that has completed all of his goals in his life that he ever wanted to complete. So now he is standing here on his porch or on top of his villa, perhaps, looking out over the town that he lives in, figuring out what he's to do next. He thinks he's done everything, but the world is in his hands. Now, this is in the crossing position. So perhaps we are in this sleepless night, right? We are in the sleepless nights, having lots of anxiety, but the world is in our hands. We need to realize that we have control, if we choose, as to how we see the world, and also that we as a people, as the global population, have control if we put our minds to it and actually do something instead of just sitting in front of the TV being scared, right? this could also mean, since it's in the crossing position, this could also mean the people, the elites, perhaps, trying to lord over us from on top of their castles. Maybe we'll get more information about this with our clarifying cards after. Okay. So card number 3 is our conscious plans and intentions. So I'm going to shuffle it twice. It is also a short-term outcome, but not the final outcome. Interesting. So we have the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is a great card. So the 5 of Wands is a card of battle, and but they are practicing. They're playing with wands, not swords. So it is kind of like a mock battle, war games, if you will. And now this gentleman has come back from an actual battle, and he has been victorious. So this is interesting to see in the position of the conscious plans and intentions of the collective is that we want to be victorious and move on from the battles that we have been going through, being brought on by those who are lording over us, the elite. We are victorious, and the people are cheering him on. Now, there is also one person in the background here that is jealous. But I think in this situation here, what we're going to be talking about is that we are planning to be victorious over these rulers. Some countries all around the world are actually, a lot of, I think Mark Rutte from the Netherlands just stepped down. You know, there are other, there has been people falling from government. That we are to expect more to come actually as well. And I think this is very promising to see. Well, let's keep going. The people will be victorious. It's nice to see. What has brought us here? The 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords could be lying, cheating, stealing. So you see here, this is the elites. What has brought us to the situation of our sleepless nights is the elites lying, stealing, and cheating our life from us. That, you know, this is a card of tactics. So normally it can be considered good. It is a golden card, but you see, he's going to war in a different way. He's not going to war by fighting. He's going to war by stealing the enemy's swords so they can't fight against his army. This is psychological warfare. That's what brought us here. Because we are at war right now with the elites. And they have used different tactics with the media, with propaganda, with fear. This is what the current situation is right now, right? They are psyoping us all the time. UFOs, keeping us in a state of fear and being able to manipulate us. So they got us to stay in our houses. They got us to go against each other with the vaccines, the masking. A lot of the population is divided. So this is what brought us here. All right, what is passing, please? I really hope that both of this is, I'm having an anxiety moment, but I think that this might not be recording on both cameras. Let's see, if not, I'll have to do it again. Oops. They've all been pretty straightforward and clear. I might not even need to do any clarifying cards. What is passing us? Passing us, passing us. Ace of Pentacles. Financial newness. Haven't done a collective one in a while, I think. I did a shorter one. This is an extended one, so this is kind of cool. So here we are, things that are passing us. We have been going through a financial reset for a few years now. And I think that, you know, this is what is passing. We're already in the midst of the transition. So, yeah, that's all I'm getting for that right now. There's new opportunities coming in. You pay attention to what's going on, you'll be able to set yourself up for some really nice success and establish yourself and your family for lifetimes. Generational wealth is on the precipice here, and transfer of wealth as well. I'm just going to leave that one for now. If I need to get a clarifying card, I will. Some of these are upside down. Oh, maybe that again. I got a little distracted. That's all right. Yes. The Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence. This lady here, she does not need anybody. She can be fully independent all on her own. Now, we have the Ace of Pentacles here, which is the new financial system being established. All the train tracks and the groundwork are going on behind the scenes. They're not going to transition it in a fast manner. This has been planned for a very long time. And we have the global reserve currency being usurped, perhaps you could say, or dethroned. We have BRICS nations coming together, the petrodollars being replaced, cryptocurrencies and CBDCs are coming in. So this is the new financial system. This is the Nine of Pentacles. And we also have, the new financial system doesn't necessarily need to be bad. We have the potential, the CBDCs are already going to be happening. This has already been in the works for years, and they just started talking about it right now. So, but I don't think there's just going to be CBDCs. I think there will be a basket of currencies that are available, and different kinds of stable coins. I might touch upon that in my video that I'll be making later today, and how all that might work. There are different blockchains that are available and are being utilized as well. Different coins have different functions for different reasons. And so here, and it's going to be, these things are going to be backed by commodities like gold, which will help with inflation because there's only a limited amount of gold in the world, right? And that's what makes gold so valuable. When you have fiat currencies that are the staple of your economy, and you keep printing more money into perpetuity, as Janet Yellen would say, the value of your currency decreases with the amount that you keep increasing in printing. And that's what causes inflation, because your money becomes worthless. So this new system doesn't necessarily have to be bad. It might help reset everything and actually might help people out. And look at where we have the Nine of Pentacles here. So it's not all doom and gloom. You might have a choice if you want to participate in that kind of economy or not, or have the digital ID, right? That might be a prerequisite for getting your UBI with the CBDC. But like I said, there's going to be a multiple kind of basket currencies available. And this is a card of independence. And it's also being able to help your community out, but also making sure that you're taking care of yourself. So this lady here, she has 9 pentacles, and 3 of them here, 3 of them right there, are what she's willing to give away to charitable endeavors, people that might be in need. But she always keeps 6 for herself. And this is responsible. You should never give more. You need to take care of yourself. You cannot give from an empty cup, right? And she's training her focus and focusing on making her environment beautiful, so you see here, there are grapes that she is growing. Grapes need a certain environment to thrive. And she's tending to that environment and making sure she's able to grow those grapes. And she's training her focus, focusing on what's important, focusing on her community. She's in like a little gated villa here. Focus on your own family. Don't turn the news off. Don't focus on fear. That's the number one card that we have. Focus on your current environment, your current community, your family, and how you can make it prosper, how you can make it grow. It's good reading so far. Man, you need to get clarifying cards. All right. Card that's representing ourselves as the collective here. So 9. Ace of Swords. New ways of thinking and karma. Maybe karma's coming in for the elites and for us, the people. It's also a start of new endeavors and a lot of energy coming in with regards to new ideas, new ways of thinking, new ways moving forward. Now, oh dear, sorry. Where was I? Now, it's kind of interesting when you want to look at this way. We have the victorious 6 of Wands to the 9 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. This is very promising for the collective here. Lots of victorious, independent, financially independent, and new ways of thinking. We are victorious in creating these new ways of thinking and independence. The house, please. So outside influences. One. We have 2 aces, and that's really, really nice to see. I think we need that as a collective. Some new energy coming in, karma coming in for those who want to hurt us. Okay, the house, outside influences coming in. 4 of Cups. So the 4 of Cups can be a card of complacency and depression, and perhaps waiting for things for too long that you have been trying to manifest. Not being happy with the outcomes of certain situations. I think being at the house, it's representing, okay, I'm getting it now. So because of all of the screwed up stuff that's been happening in the world, I think some people have become quite apathetic and jaded and feeling that there's nothing that we can do to make a change. It can be quite depressing when you feel like there's nothing that you can do to change the situation, especially in the global level, considering how deep the corruption runs on a global scale. Governments don't run the countries. It's hard to, as I say that. Just, ambulance and helicopter. And of course, my mic goes there. Right? I'm just kidding. Okay, so where was I? Yes, it could be quite overwhelming to think that the people can change anything in the world, considering what we're seeing. But in Europe, we're seeing some, and more and more stuff are coming out every day. And I think that we're even being desensitized. And a lot of people are brainwashed to not even believe the stories that are coming out as well. But I think we need to have faith and hope that this karma that's coming in for these people is actually going to happen. So don't get too apathetic. We still need to care a little bit. We can be victorious, and we do have the world in our hands. This is like, there's two interpretations for this. One, it being us with the world in our hands, and then one, it being the elites. But we are being victorious here. And there is new energy coming in that's, I think, going to be very helpful for the collective. Let's be grateful for what we have. And let's usher in what we want. Focus on what we want, not what you don't want. And try to create it in your local community. Right? I really hope this camera's working. All right. So, hopes and fears of people, collective. Hierophant. So the Hierophant is a card that represents higher learning, education, spiritual development. It can also mean institutions like the religions, the governments as well. So perhaps we are hoping, or we're fearing, we're hoping that the institutions that have been trying to dominate over us get their karma. And that the education and the information that is coming out about these institutions and people in high positions of power, like this priest here, like the Pope, get what's coming to them in the all sense of the law. What is the punishment for high treason? I think that is what we should be delivering to these people. Square. All right, outcome, please. 5. Hangman. So there's a lot of information going to be coming out about the elites here and those in power in the big institutions, because we are ending. So this reading is good for the next 2 weeks until the full moon. Okay. So, or well, like this is the energies that this new moon is bringing in. So it might even be lasting longer than that. But we are gaining a different perspective with all of there's a lot of information coming out within the next soon. And we as a collective will be getting a lot of a different perspective as to what actually the world is looking like in reality. Odin hung himself on Yggdrasil for 9 days and 9 nights to gain the wisdom of the runes and the secrets of the universe. He sacrificed himself to himself and stabbed himself in the ribs with Gungnir, his spear. How can we sacrifice ourselves to ourselves so that we may assist in this ushering in of a new age that is focused on community? How can we sacrifice ourselves to ourselves while we hold space for people that are just waking up with all this new information coming in? It's hard for people to deal with that they've been lied to their whole lives. I was going to say be gentle with people, but know when to pick your battles. I just had a recent situation with my family member that is not on the same page with me. And I have learned that perhaps I should just not participate in those kind of conversations when the people are not even willing to listen to you and judge you. So let us gain enlightenment. And if we all are vibrating at a high frequency and focusing on building a new world together out of love, then it would help everybody else because our vibrations are going to be contagious. Focus inward, focus on your community. We have good things coming in. Let's be open to accepting it. Let's not focus on what we don't want. Let's focus on what we do want and put our energy and channel our energy into getting that. Okay. I don't even need any clarifying cards here. I think we did a good job together. All right. That is all for now. Let me see. See you at the full moon. Bye.